Is Kyrie to blame for the Dallas Mavericks being buns? We'll find out today.
Well, first off, they lost 2 games to Charlotte, and I don't care who they are.
Tough.
You got to be when you got Doncic and Irving. You can't lose 2 games to the Charlotte Hornets.
Right.
Trying to make them
Mellow
That's the
ball.
first thing. Secondly,
tough.
Perk, I wouldn't have Irving anywhere near my team. Okay, ever since that ball was in the air against Golden State, he has been a train wreck. That's
Oh,
all
wow.
we see.
Man.
Oh, wow.
He was awful with the Celtics. He wanted out. He was a disaster
tough.
with the Nets. The Nets are playing well there, middle of this year. He doesn't get that contract extension. All of a sudden, he says, I'm out. I don't want to play here anymore.
I thought he
Durant
did.
goes next, ruin the team. Ruin the team. They were 27-13 when all of a sudden Irving didn't get the contract extension, and he caused all sorts of grief. Let's not talk about him off the court with the comments he made beginning of October, which were a disaster. He is a complete train wreck, and now he's worrying about a fan. Now, I don't know what the fan said, and we all know that fan behavior at times in the NBA and in all sports is a disaster.
blaming the. Oh my God, bro.
I didn't
nasty.
hear anything from nearby fan
me in
folks
the
or
first
security
quarter.
that was completely out of line. I mean, that's part of being a fan. You're allowed to shout and scream and give a guy a hard time, the opponent a hard time, in a decent, civil way. And then he's going to go out there and kick the guy out of the game? Are you really? This is what you're doing now when your team has collapsed?
I'm gonna be honest though. If we look back at Kyrie's career, I'm more so leaning towards the fact that he might be the most unluckiest player in NBA history. Like, I'm being so serious. I think he's a person that's just more vocal about like his thoughts off the court. But in terms of correlating the off the court shit to what's happening on the court, the on the court shit is just, he has had luck when it comes to injuries, both with him, his teammates, mostly that. He's just had a really, really unlucky career, man. And it's tough that people are twisting that to, yeah, Kyrie's the problem wherever he goes. All right, bro. I feel like at this point, that's such a a astrology take at this point. Like, if Kyrie's on your team, shit's just gonna hit the fan. No, bro, there's context as to why shit hit the fan prior to the fact. And if we really dig deep, it really has not much to do with what Kyrie specifically is doing. Not that he has no fault in anything that's going on, but people just gas up how much he's to blame for.
Yeah, it's not like Kyrie went to the Mavs and just started stinking it up, right? Like, I had to double check the stats, make sure I wasn't just making it up. I've been slacking on basketball the second half because I've just been trying to upload every day type shit. But every time I see Kyrie, yeah, he's done fine in the games. He's averaging 26, 5, and 6 over there on good efficiency. So it's not that he's just like trash. I do think that you knew what you were getting when you put Kyrie and Luka in the same backcourt. You knew that you ain't guarding nobody. You knew what you were doing there. So I don't think that like this project not working, and apparently Luka's dealing with some shit too. I don't know what it is, so I ain't gonna dive further into it, but apparently Luka's dealing with some shit. So this project not working, to say it's all on Kyrie is nasty. And the reason why I said earlier in the clip, I don't know if this is gonna make the video, but I did say Russo had me in the first quarter, not half, but quarter, is because I will admit there's at least a conversation to that Kyrie getting hella stock off of that shot. And I said it a while back on some troll shit, but like dead ass, and I'm not doing a Kyrie's overrated bit right now, but like deadass, Kyrie has had for all the LRGs he's had, he has been put in situations that you could argue, hey, Kyrie shouldn't have been the person in that situation to begin with type shit. So it's tough. It's real tough. I agree with you when you said that he just speaks on situations and they kill him for it, but we want all these players to be vocal. So it's tough for Kyrie, but yeah, we get nasty when we think that he's just a player that's just gonna bomb your franchise. Now, he's a guy I wouldn't 100% trust. That's just the nature of the game. But bombing your franchise, I don't think he's this toxic anchor that should be out of the league as being implied, because if nobody should want him, then he shouldn't be in the league.
Here's the bottom line. Say it one more time. If I'm a general manager of a ball club, I don't want him anywhere near me. He is an absolute, complete train wreck. I don't care who gets mad. The whole world knows it. I don't want him on my basketball team. I'm not saying it's his fault this year. I'm not saying Dallas.
Yeah, this year,
you might be 100% right to construction the team. I'm not saying that. But everywhere he goes, trouble follows. Whether it's on the court,
and that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah,
these
I don't know how
be
you
the same people that go on Kyrie for, he's a flat earther. He's a conspiracy theorist guy. This right here is a conspiracy theory. Wherever Kyrie goes, bad aura follows him. That's a conspiracy theory, my guy. All right, that's some gematria shit, bro. Stop.
That's a Stephen A. Dallas Cowboy take. You can't really do anything about that. he just said, yo, if Kyrie goes there, they don't win. It's like, all right, bro. Like, and I hope this doesn't look like a Kyrie got video. It just, I don't even know how you backpedal after all the things he said. How you take it back? I don't know. I don't know.
And that's my thing too. If you want to point to the fact that, oh, Kyrie's an injury-prone player, cool. If that's the reason why you don't want him on your team is because of the fact that, one, he's going to cost you a lot of money. Two, if you trade for him, you have to give up a shit ton of assets because of how good he is. But because he's injury-prone, I don't want him on my team for those combination of reasons. That's fine. But to bring up the aura shit, I've been hearing that too on Twitter. L aura, W aura. His aura's lost. Shut up, bro. Stop.
Contracts, whatever. I don't want him near me. That's me on Kyrie.
Yeah, but dog, listen, I understand, right? And
Oh my God.
Now, I'll be honest, y'all. We get saved via editing all the time, but I stream too. Damn it, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy. Hey, Ferg, that was crazy, bro. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna dive into this for a second, okay? When you talk about players and you talk about people in general, okay? We all have flaws, okay? You have them, I have them, Christine have them, everybody has them. They're just not in the public eye. We all have some type of skeletons in the closet that we're dealing with, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is, when it comes down to Kyrie Irving being on the floor, he is box office.
Okay.
He is one of
or
the most skilled player to ever play the game of basketball. Now, yes, he does come with a little extra baggage. I understand that. But at the end of the day, if you could get a Kyrie Irving that's going to be available and have him on the floor, then I'm willing to deal with his flaws because I know what he's going to give me. Like, again, I'm just going back to the point
I disagree with
when
that,
I look at the Dallas Mavericks and I look at their roster, they just don't have the necessary pieces around them to complement them very, very well, especially when it comes down to the defensive end. Because when you have two guys like Luka and Kyrie Irving that don't really play defense or not known for their defensive prowess, they're known for giving you offense, then you have to surround them with some type of defensive players that's going to complement them. Guys that
I wish this was the conversation right here. Like, this is just the conversation.
This is the debate here. Is it worth getting
that Dallas could have probably figured out a way to get? So when you see this happening, I'm just saying, before Kyrie got there, J. Kidd called out his team several times in the media about their lack of effort, about their lack of accountability on the defensive side. And he's still doing it to this day. So again, the Dallas Mavericks, for what they gave up to get Kyrie, I thought was a smart move, but it's on them to make sure they add the necessary pieces around them. Something like what Rob Pelinka did at the trade deadline, getting those pieces that he put around Anthony Davis and LeBron James.
Fair. I just think he's a team killer. I mean, that's
Jesus.
just me. I know how great. And
that's true.
1,000% right. And
Black
he won a
Magic
championship.
still ratio.
You know, he was the reason. He made that huge shot. He played great. He was better than Curry. So he's a
what?
1,000%. But we all know how great he is.
What?
I just don't want him anywhere near me. A fan, he's just too polarizing to build a team around. Whether he's going to play, not, it drives me crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm
I don't feel like they're building around Kyrie.
I'm
in danger of missing the playoffs for the first time since the 2018-19 season, which was Luka's rookie season.
All right, let's move on to the next clip.
RJ, you know, a lot of people are looking at Kyrie, but shouldn't we also be looking at Mark Cuban, who, it's a warm weather, no state income tax glamour market, right? Once upon a time, they had Dirk Nowitzki. They let Steve Nash walk out the door for nothing. Just they didn't want to pay him, right? At his age, his size, the whole thing. Mark Cuban let him walk. All right, so they have the one championship, but that's it. They have Luka, this signature. They let Brunson walk, just walk for the money, just like Nash once upon a time. Look what's going on in New York now. Then they have to chase their loss and send away depth in order to get Kyrie back. Shouldn't we be looking at Mark Cuban here?
I agree.
Well,
I agree
shortly
completely.
after they let go of Steve Nash, they won 67 games. They won, I believe, 60 games. They did have an upset, and a couple of poor performances, but they also won a championship. So we can't talk about the bad of like letting Steve Nash go. well, what were the subsequent teams doing after that Steve Nash? They ultimately won a championship, won 60 games multiple times. So in any situation where things are not going the way they're supposed to, you have to kind of balance out that blame pie. And I think everyone should get a piece of the pie. It doesn't matter if it's J Kidd, doesn't matter if it's Nico, doesn't matter if it's Mark Cuban. Everyone, including the players, everyone gets a piece of that pie.
Mark Cuban usually will admit his mistakes. You know what, Mark? You come on the show. Come on this just in because
W. Banks. I will say this. I feel like people forget, one, as Max alluded to at the end, that they have a lot of cap space, or RJ, I'm sorry. They have a lot of cap space if they don't re-sign Kyrie. Perk kind of alluded to it as well, that this thing was kind of just like a beta test run. And it was like, yo, what happens? We just say, fuck it. Luka and Kyrie get buckets. And I ain't gonna lie, for anybody that think it's Kyrie gawk, I'm about to dunk on him, bro, because, hey, the answer was simple. Nope. Just keep giving the ball to Luka. Keep giving the ball to Luka, have everybody else play defense. We don't need nobody else touching that joint. Just keep giving it to Luka. That seemed to be better for them. Now, I'm praying they don't literally listen to Sage here and actually go back to solo star Luka. But they do need to either A, get Kyrie and Luka a lot more defense, like a lot more. Like they are just bad. They're just awful at this point in time. Or B, they could just say, all right, Kyrie didn't work. We're going to try this kind of player because you have time. Luka's still young. I'm not urging the Mavs to rush, but I am going to say, yo, y'all better stop playing with bro. Y'all better get him a team that he ain't got to fight for 8th, 7th, 8, 10, 11. Like y'all better stop playing with him. Get Luka a team that is easy top 6. Easy top 6. That's what they got to do. So Mark Cuban definitely has some accountability, but I wouldn't give him all of it. I think it's a whole fucking train wreck over there, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, y'all better stop playing with Luka, man, because the more and more I think about it, I don't think Luka is going to be one of these players that like plays till he's 38, 40, dog. He might retire. Same thing with Kyrie, to be honest with you. He might retire like 33, 34, or retire even earlier than that and just go back to the Euro League and have fucking fun. I feel like with the amount of money people or players are making in the NBA now, you can prioritize certain shit outside of money, unless you're just that money hungry, and that's fine too. Get your bag. But you know, I feel like there is a level of money that you make where it's like, okay, you can prioritize other things outside of just how do I get more money. You know what I'm saying? And them guys from Europe, hey, they might just be built different. I don't know. We
already know how y'all feel about the Euro players doing too good in our league, you know? We already know how y'all feel. Y'all want them all gone type shit. I get it.
Shout out to Kyrie. Shout out to Luka. I still have faith in them, man. They're one of those teams. Just get in the playoffs. Anything can happen. That's how crazy the West is now. I just need certain teams to be in the playoffs, and I dead ass don't know what the fuck can happen. So
yeah, I give you that part. I give you that. That's definitely true.
And we'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.